So, man, let me ask you this, man. 12120 Savage Drive.
Right.
What was it like? What was it like pulling up to the back gate of 12120 Savage Drive?
Man, look at here. By that time, I'm a complete fuck up, Hollywood. I done been on 4 units. All of them I done fucked up. I done goddamn me done caused a ride or been in a ride. By the time I got to Ferguson, man, I was a veteran, man. I was ready for this shit. Let's roll, man. It's time to rock and roll. I ain't had no butterflies. I ain't had none of that, man. I knew it was time to rock and roll. I've been fucking up. I knew I was going to end up here. But I will say this, coming to Ferguson, once again, I did have the notion that I reached the end of the line. Do you hear what I'm saying? yeah, look at here. This was the end of the line. As your shirt say, Gladiator School. This was the end of the line as it come to being a fuck up. Because this is what they saying all the fuck ups at. You know what I'm saying? And I'm coming in this bitch hot. I'm coming in this bitch straight off a ride. I don't even have my court and all that over there. I'm talking about the next day, man. I'm waking up on Clemens. The next day I'm waking up on Ferguson. Like, yeah, they wasn't doing no plan. So, you know, and then I'm coming out the ride and really couldn't get my lick back. So I was just agitated when I got to Ferguson. Straight up. I was agitated.
So, man, okay, now let me ask this here, man, because you know, like me and you both know, Ferguson Unit is like no other.
Right.
And when you pull up in the hallway on that motherfucker, it's nothing about that bitch quiet.
Right.
But it's in order, though.
It's in order. Actually, when I got there, Hollywood, it was quiet. And that what was scary. No, listen to what I'm telling you. I was scared. Like, listen, that made it scary because I'm coming to Clemens where it's all this noise, man. I get to Ferguson. I don't know if the fields was out because back then, you know, everybody had to work. It was dead ass quiet. And I ain't gonna even lie to you. That was weird. Like, it was freaked out, man. When I hit the hallway, it was silence. No movement. I'm like, damn, is nigga on lockdown? What the fuck they got going on over here? Do people stay over here or what's up? Nigga, I was confused. You know what I'm saying? So we went through the classification, but we haven't had court yet because the situation just happened, right?
Yeah.
So they still got me on high security. I'm still in line 3, so they stuck me on C Wayne. Yeah, I went to C. Me and True Cat. Yeah, True Cat, another one. Check out True Cat interview on the Ferguson Chronicles. Me and True Cat.
What block did you hit? What block did you go to?
Oh, well, I remember it was C block, medium custom. Now it's called G4, but I went to C block, 2-row. I remember my celly and everything. Turtle T out of Southport. One situation in Hollywood that I'll never forget. You know, I was in the day room one time and I can't remember exactly who. I want to say it was my partner, 33rd, if I'm not mistaken, but I can't exactly remember. But you know, he was talking to me, Hollywood, and he told me, he said, man, look, I'm gonna tell you something. He said, it ain't me you gotta prove it to. You know, cause he knew me. He said, it ain't me you gotta prove it to. And he pointed over there to the corner, he says, them dudes you gotta prove it to. He said, but I'm letting you know right now, True, you're fighting for your manhood. On Ferguson, you don't fight, you're gonna get fucked. No matter if you pay somebody or what, that's come with it. And I knew right then and there that that wasn't gonna happen.
True Cat, man.
Shout out True Cat, man. Yeah, he was in your seat, man. Shout out True Cat, man.
Yeah, he was in my seat. Me and Lil Doug hit Ferguson together, man, after that ride. And but like you say, shit was in order. Yeah, that silence was goddamn me the calm before the storm. You hear what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that shit was the middle of the hurricane. This shit was in order over here. This wasn't Clemens. This shit was in order. Like, over there, if you hear a nigga hollering and screaming, all they gonna say is, get it out of him. Get it out of him. Do you hear what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. And especially if you pulled up to that motherfucker in the morning time and that hallway was dead silence, that mean one thing. They had a nigga ass out there in the plantation.
Yeah, you was on that plantation because they ain't do no plan. It's so bad over there, man. You could hear somebody fighting or struggling for their life, and once they start losing, they could be hollering, right? Hollywood, they could be hollering for help. And niggas in they cells hear that shit, and niggas start making more noise, drowning out his help call. Mexicans and all. Everybody start making noise trying to drown out his help call. I'm like, oh, nah, these niggas too sophisticated over here. These niggas ain't doing no plan, man.
You ain't nobody coming to save you, nigga, not even Jesus.
Ain't nobody coming to help you, and the people that ain't got nothing to do with it is gonna stop it because nobody want to get their wing locked down. You gonna have to figure that shit out. You gonna have to figure that shit out after you wake up or after you done got popped. Do you hear what I'm saying? Yeah, you gonna have to figure that out on the back end. And there's many people that couldn't figure it out, Hollywood. You know that. Yeah, it's many people that could not figure it out, man.
There's a lot of niggas fell victim to that 12-120, man.
Whole bunch of them.
So man, let me ask this, man. What was that first run-in like on Ferguson Unit, man?
My first run-in, it wasn't like Clemens. On Clemens, my first run-in came within hours. You know what I'm saying? Ferguson, it was a little different because, like I say, I already had the reputation. They already over there heard about the riots that Rip got killed in. They already, you know, I'm a little seasoned now. You know what I'm saying? I got a reputation, and it's holding up. You know what I'm saying? But my first run-in was probably within that first week, and it was with a nigga from Fort Worth. You know what I'm saying? Man, I listen, yeah, I had to get my lick back. I couldn't get Lil Donnell. I had to get my lick back, but I didn't, to be honest with you, man, in that situation, I didn't even start that situation, man. That situation was really between Nick and Heavy. I don't know if you remember Nick. You remember Nick?
Yeah, with the good hair.
With the good hair. I had the waves going to the back. Well, it was Nick. Yeah. And it was Heavy. You remember big old Heavy from Acres Home with all the tattoos on his body? Yeah. Old knock playing ass Heavy, man. That was my boy, man. But I, at this time, I knew neither one of them. Nick and Heavy was betting on the Rockets game. The Rockets was playing the Lakers in '97. And it was Kobe Bryant first year, second year playing. And you know, the Rockets had Charles Barkley and all that. I was a Rockets fan, you know what I'm saying? It's G County. We out, you know what I'm saying? We out here with the H, man. I'm a Rockets fan. So Heavy being from Houston, Nick being from Fort Worth, North Texas, they getting into it over that game, man. I ain't got nothing to do with that game. I'm on the back bench by the pistol. You hear what I'm saying? You already know how that shit go. Nigga, I'm following the rules on the back bench by the pistol. Well, anyway, I'm looking at them under the TV argue over the game. And I could just tell from watching them without even knowing them who from Houston, who from Dallas or Fort Worth. And I didn't even know them. And they going back and forth. Well, anyway, the Rockets finna win the game, and the Rockets did something. You know what I'm saying? Me being a fan, I started clapping, Wood. I'm in the back clapping. Yeah, good shot. Good shot. Man,
yeah.
Look here, that shit got me in trouble. That nigga Nick say, "Oh, bitch ass nigga, you back there clapping. I bet you ain't gonna bet nothing. Yeah, you back there doing all that clapping." So he done turned his attention away from Heavy and put it on me, and I don't even know him, right? Hollywood. I'm sitting on the back bench still, so I look behind me. It ain't nothing behind me but a wall. You hear what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, you talking to me? Yeah, he like, yeah, I'm talking to you, bitch ass nigga. You ain't gonna bet nothing. Bet something. He stuck his hand coming towards me like he gonna bet. I hopped up. I'm like, shit, bet I beat your ass, nigga. What's up? Let's get it on. I ain't worried about them Rockets. And look at here. His eye, whoa, even Heavy, like, yeah, bet that. I'm like, nah, man, I ain't worried about no game. Let's bet that. You bumping, catch this square. Even the Mexicans was like, oh, the new guy. They like, yeah. And man, Nick did something what I thought was like a catch-out move, man. He didn't want to get it on. He seen me press him, and he was like, nah, foul in my cell, man. Listen, listen, and me and you both know this. I had to be stupid and a young gunner just to be like, all right, fall in your cell. I should have chased Nick around that day room instead of going in his cell, but I'm being dumb. I'm thinking I could do whatever I want because I'm young and I could fade whatever I want. I decided to go in his cell, not at that last call, but when we came back from last child before we go to work. And long story short, I went in the cell and put them hands on Nick and won my bet. Yeah, like straight up. But that I put them hands on Nick and won my bet and let the whole, let niggas know like, hey, I'm about to action. But when I look back on that move, that was dumb. You should never do that. You know what I'm saying? You should never let nobody invite you to the cell and you go in that cell because you don't know what he got or what's going on. You know what I'm saying? It just played in my favor because Nick was selling wolf tickets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I went in there and won that bet, got right on his ass and, put it down. That was like the first week over there. You know what I'm saying? And plus, I got my little row out with the Fort Worth situation coming from Clemens. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got my little row out. But shout out to Nick, man. He passed away this year, man. You know what I'm saying? He was going through some things out in the free world, and I seen on the Midway Connection thing where he passed away, man. Shout out to that brother. Shout out to his family, man. Again, I'm talking about when we was kids, when the nigga was, wilding and dumb shit. But shout out to that man and his family, man. Condolences to him and his family.